I just got an email from Eric Smith of the TF team. We've released a mandatory update for TF2. Added the Summer 2019 Cosmetic Case. Contains 22 new community-contributed items. Very cool. Alright, I'm updating my server right now as well. Pompous Privateer. Peacebreaker. Texas Toast. That's really cool. Thank you so much for joining, gamers. You're pretty freaking cool. Valve updated the game, and there is some weird issue. Crate number 18 gives guaranteed unusuals. I just got a Searing Plasma Pirate bandana and a Sunbeam's virtual reality headset. So, to prove it to you, I'm going to open 2 more number 18s. See what I get. This one. What is it? Circling Heart Shooter's Sola Top Pie. What's this one? This one? What is it? What is it? What is it? Green Confetti Frenchman's Beret. What the unusuals don't mean anything anymore. Everything's just fucked now. I cannot believe this. How did this even happen? Yep, you heard me right. Valve's July 25th update to TF2 brought way more than initially believed. On top of the new Summer 2019 Cosmetic Case, the TF team also introduced a new game-breaking, or rather economy-breaking bug. About 4 hours after the update released, a couple players discovered that crate number 83 was giving out some strangely good odds. Crate number 83, of course, is a killstreak kit crate, meaning that players were getting good professional killstreak kits a majority of the time they unboxed. After this discovery, players dug deeper to find out which other crates could potentially be suffering a similar fate. It didn't take long, but people discovered that Mann Co supply crates numbered 1 through 18, number 82, 85, and a few select others were also subject to a similar bug. These crates weren't just giving out good odds for good items like crate number 83, but they were giving out good items, period. As in, a 100% chance of unboxing an unusual hat. Using this bug, even I myself was able to unbox these 5 beauties, the Sunbeam's VR headset especially. As you can imagine though, panic started almost immediately. People were buying up all the crates and jacking up the prices significantly. So, after the crates were purchased by intrigued players, god-tier hats like the Burning Flames Team Captain were being unboxed and sold to bots. Other unusual hats started flooding inventories, and eventually there were a couple unusuals on sale on the community market, going for 50 cents. $50 for an unusual hat. Nah, I'm just kidding. The lowest priced unusual was actually 10 cents! The hysteria continued into the next day, shocking most of the community. The majority of people interested in the exploit had already used it by this point, and some elected not to use the exploit at all, or delete the hats they already unboxed by using it, expecting a reward, a la the Cheater's Lament, which was an old item gifted to players around 10 years ago who didn't abuse idling to get hats. By now, this new issue should have been noticed and corrected by Valve, right? Well, it took until 3:07 PM Eastern, but then the TF team remembered their Twitter password, and stated the following.
Trading, unboxing, and marketing for Team Fortress will be down for a bit whilst we investigate the recent issue of unusual drops. We should have an update in the next few hours.
It was kinda crazy that it took the team this long to officially acknowledge the exploit, but I was glad that they had finally said something about it. By this point, the majority of unusuals on the community market were priced at around $3, and it only could have gone downhill from there. A few hours later, and by that I mean 4.5 hours later, the TF team tweeted again.
Update on the unusual situation. All unusuals from bugged crates have been marked as non-tradable for the time being. We are evaluating what steps to take with these items and will have another update for you after the weekend.
Most of the community was expecting Valve's solution to the issue right there and then, but I think it was a smart move to do what they did. For the time being, most of the unusuals unboxed with the exploited crates became untradeable, and temporary trade bans were given to accounts in order to keep down the hysteria. That work week went by, and nothing had changed. The TF team's original tweet stated that they would have an update, quote, after the weekend, but it took around until 8 PM Eastern on Friday, August 2nd, until the TF team released their solution to the public via the official blog. I was busy streaming Pokemon Black at the time, so someone in chat was able to point it out to me, and I gave it a read. It's quite lengthy, but the most important bits are as follows.
Over the past week, we have been discussing ways to address the situation with the goal of minimizing the impact on the TF2 community as a whole, while preserving the experience of customers who had simply opened a crate, made a trade, or purchased from the market on the 25th, unaware that a bug produced their item. We've decided that if you currently own one of these unusual hats, the first one added to your account will be made tradable. Any other unusual you have received due to the bug will remain permanently trade locked. If you decide that you would rather not have these trade locked hats on your account, you may instead elect a full refund on any number of them. Hats from bugged crates deleted before the tradable date will be restored to your accounts with the same restrictions described above.
The TF team's goal with their solution was to keep the impact on the economy low, while also keeping the players who unboxed happy, in case they were unaware of the exploit. Their solution of making the first unusual unboxed with the exploit tradable while keeping all the other hats untradable is, in my opinion, a fair compromise. The TF team even went a step further than that, and is offering refunds to players who didn't want the unusuals they got, or they can also recover deleted unusual hats from players who felt guilty about abusing the exploit when it was active. The TF team is admitting that they made a mistake, and they're not holding any of the players accountable for the bug that they caused, and I applaud them for this decision. It's really not an easy thing to do considering the nature of what happened. However, a couple other players weren't so pleased with this outcome. Most of the players who knew about the exploit and opted not to unbox, expecting some kind of reward, were absolutely furious. For example, r/TF2 was flooded with memes and discussions from said players expressing their disapproval, and the comments went even deeper down a rabbit hole of anger and arguments. It is understandable to be angry about this situation if you're a player who chose not to unbox on purpose, but in my opinion, expecting a large reward like the cheater's lament for evading an easy exploit is not very fair. In addition to the excerpts from the blog post I quoted earlier, the TF team also stated that the number of tradable unusuals unboxed during the time the exploit existed represents about 1 month of the regular unusual drop rate. Despite what people may think, communities like r/TF2 don't account for a large majority of the active player base, and most of said players were completely unaware that the exploit was active. Giving away some mythical hat like the Cheater's Lament to every player who just didn't happen to unbox an unusual during the period the bug was active would more than likely lead to it becoming just another gibbous, and incite even more anger from veteran players. Additionally, impact on the economy will still exist, but it'll likely be very minimal due to the nature of Valve's solution. I am not an economic expert by any means, but it's estimated that around 125,000 unusuals were unboxed in total via this exploit, and a generous 5% of them are becoming tradable. That's around 6,250 new hats, so it's probably not the end of the world for the economy. As Valve said, that's only about a month's worth of unusual unboxes, so just pretend there's a 13th month this year. December 2, anyone? In summary, Team Fortress 2 has encountered a bug so bizarre that it sounds like something you would have heard on the playground in elementary school. New unusuals are popping up left and right. Mann Co crate number 18 was going for over $1,000 at one point, and you could probably get your dream unusual for just a couple bucks. This weird dream actually happened, and I'm just glad I was there to watch it all go down. This really is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and I'm not sure that we'll see an exploit like this in any future game. So until next time, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what kind of unusuals you unboxed with the exploit, if you did. If you're interested in more regular content from me, I stream on Twitch multiple times a week. Check it out in the description. Peace.